favorite? Or maybe He's about to tear it up. Shaking MP.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Well, we are quickly reaching the end of the regular season. Doris, are you as excited as I am for the playoffs coming up?
Definitely, Kevin, and I know it's on the players' and coaches' minds. It's right there waiting for us. But let's remember, the most mature teams, the best teams, recognize games are still to be played. You cannot let the playoffs distract you from what's in front of your face.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And as strong as his play's been, you can be sure he's looking for even more tonight. He doesn't have much time left to separate himself from the other contenders. We'll find out soon just how much the award really means to him.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. In at the forward positions, Okoro and Mobley. And it's Burke in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. First one falls for him.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, one of those spark plug guys. You know you can put him in the game, and if he's got it going, he can ignite an offense.
Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those two players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Clarkson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers pull it in. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And Kessler throws it down.
Exactly where Kessler gets so much of his offensive performance done, right at the cup.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Pass to Okoro. Mobley against Collins. Okoro wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's George. 12 points his last outing. Collins against Mobley. Here's Clarkson. Burke grabs the miss. The Cavaliers leading. Here's Mitchell. That shot is off. Collins with some nice D. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Kessler. Jazz passing it around. Lets the three fly. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
A little playmaking there from Collins. Nice to see him setting others up.
George against Garland. From outside the arc. And it's Utah with the rebound. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
And a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Now here's Burke. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Utah leading. Right side, George. Clarkson up top. Down low, just 5 on the clock. From 6 feet, and there's Collins on the assist from Clarkson.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Mobley. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Mobley's got his second bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Clarkson outside. No good from outside. For Cleveland, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. That one goes. Count it.
Well, this is a combination of speed and quickness. Darius Garland knows how to drive the basketball.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George looking over the floor. Here's Clarkson. And it's good off the back rim and in. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Stolen by Clarkson. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And Utah making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Burke the pass to Garland. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
Kessler a screen on Garland. Outside, Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And good that time.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Markkanen passes to Kessler. Collins dishes to Markkanen. 4 on the clock. And here's George for 3.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Back to Kessler. Over Burke. A second chance effort. Blocked again. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Darius Garland.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
BB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. George sets a screen for Collins. Clarkson outside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Jordan Clarkson is a professional scorer, so tough to stop him.
For the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Burke, 5 points in the game. Pass to Porter. Porter gets a screen from Burke. Porter, no luck.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
George sets a screen for Markkanen. Here's Filipowski. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Shoots over Garland. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
To the middle, here's Mobley. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Mobley's got 6. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Collins. Clarkson against Garland. Outside, Markkanen. There's the triple. Good on the triple. 6 points for him.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
Here's Burke. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and it's Collier in for Keontae George. Now Burke, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. And Mobley throws it down.
You've got to play in pick and roll if you're in the NBA game. Evan Mobley, a very good screen setter and a nice roll there.
Here's Collier, guarded by Porter. Markkanen passes to Clarkson. They set the screen. Shoots over Garland. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Burke looking over the floor. Here's Mobley. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Collier, guarded by Porter. Markkanen passes to Collier. Right side, Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Burke. 7 points in the game. Outside Garland. Shoots over Clarkson. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 6.
Every season, Darius Garland gets more confident, especially in that scoring ability.
Markkanen a screen on Garland. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Back to Burke. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 9.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Clarkson against Garland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. You look at Burke, second in the league, having an excellent season.
That's just an impressive scoring run. And guys, I don't think he's done. He's got a lot more where that came from.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Suns was tremendous. He scored 20 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Here's Burke after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. The shot no good. Tyson. Clarkson passes to Collier. 24 seconds left in the first. Pass to Markkanen. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Now Burke, 9 points in the game so far. And Garland has it in the corner. That one falls coming off Burke's feed. Burke's got 6 assists in the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Tie game in Utah. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. Jared Allen is out there with Okoro. And it's Burke in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Burke, the pass to Garland. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen. Here's Collier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Allen. Cavaliers trailing. And here is Okoro. It's deflected. They get it back. Mobley wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Utah shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Filipowski, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. Drills the three-pointer. Sensabaugh's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Now here's Burke. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Mitchell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Filipowski. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Whistle blows. His bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. The 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One of the things about Donovan Mitchell's game that I love is he's got elite athleticism. There is speed, there's burst, and there's physical strength. This guy is very capable offensively.
Jazz passing it around. Clock at 6. Pass to Collier. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Burke's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mitchell outside. Back to Burke. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Mitchell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Inside, Filipowski passes to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Off target from outside. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. Markkanen a screen on Garland. And it's Markkanen, top of the key. Hendricks passes to Filipowski. Shoots over Burke. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Burke with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Mitchell. And the layup is good. Mitchell's got 8 points.
This is what makes him so dangerous. He's not just a shooter. Donovan Mitchell, adept at scoring in the paint.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier, guarded by Garland. Here's Collier. Nothing on the board. Markkanen can't get it to go. Now Okoro. And here is Burke. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, we know Evan Mobley is elite on the defensive end. Right now, he's got it cooking offensively.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Markkanen passes to Collier. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. The Jazz with another miss. And here's Cleveland. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Burke kicks to Garland. Pass to Mitchell. The kick out to Mobley. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Sensabaugh. On the wing, Markkanen. Covered by Okoro. Here's Hendricks. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Burke, the pass to Garland. Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. Burke kicks to Mobley. Shoots the three. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist from Okoro. Burke's got the lead up to 5 now for Cleveland. Here's Collier, guarded by Garland. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and the Jazz another three.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period, now gets this one.
Burke dishes to Mitchell. Markkanen pulls it in.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Here's Collier, guarded by Garland. Pass to Markkanen, lets it go with a three. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results. And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Here's Collier. Back to Markkanen. Markkanen missing again. Cleveland has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Mitchell passes to Burke. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Burke's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he may be a top scorer, guys, but Donovan Mitchell is not selfish. What a pretty pass.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Both teams deciding to change it up. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. John Collins, number 1.
He's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
In the corner, George with it. To the left side wing. Collins wide open, he fires. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Typically you see John Collins work the mid-range at some point. He's dialed in right there.
Porter gets a screen from Burke. Porter kicks to Burke. Pass to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got 10.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at Utah, their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happened. Six on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Burke. And the three off target. Utah has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Clarkson outside. And it's blocked. Here's Tyson, still without a basket. Burke finds Mitchell. Stolen by Kessler. Mitchell against Clarkson. Here's Sensabaugh. A miss that time would have put him up. Cleveland's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And that one drops. He's got 12.
Mitchell does not let that 6'1" frame deter him from going in the paint. This guy has got so much confidence.
Collins looking around. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Pass to Burke. Six to shoot. Here's Tyson for 3. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. There's a minute 34 left now here in the second. Clarkson outside. George against Porter. Collins a screen on Porter. To the paint. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Looking now at some numbers for Mitchell. He's been dominant over the last month. He's averaging about 19 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Keontae George picks one up. The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. No good on that one. And he sinks the second. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Pass to Sensabaugh. Drops it in from 11 feet. Sensabaugh's got 7 points here in this quarter. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Tyson. Back to Burke over Collins. Burke can't get it to go.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Porter against George. Kessler, a screen on Porter. And Kessler throws it down.
We know Keontae George is an effective playmaker. He always seems to make the right decision with the ball.
Pass to Burke. Kicks it out to Mitchell. From the top of the key, he buries it. Mitchell's got 14 points for the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 3. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
And taking a look at Utah, they haven't played their best ball. It's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have, calculated.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Mitchell. Mobley kicks to Burke. Drains it from beyond the arc. Burke's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
Evan Mobley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Okoro. Back to George. 5 on the clock. Collins a screen on Garland. The 3 from George. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Burke with it, working on Kessler. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Kessler. Burke covering. Now here's Collins. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Well, we know Jordan Clarkson is a guy who likes to play fast. He's going to catch and shoot as soon as it touches his fingers.
Now here's Burke. He's got 18. To the inside, Mobley. Utah with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Rejected by Burke. And they get it back. It's George on the wing, guarded by Garland. For the lead. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, you love to see Keontae George powered through it all, flexing on the defense right there.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. George, no good on the free throw.
Well, Keontae George, guys, a talented backcourt guy. He can create off the dribble. He can make snappy passes. Everything you want in a combo guard.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And let's quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. You look at Burke, a fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
Outside Garland. Now here's Burke, D right on him. Here's Mitchell. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Okoro. Clarkson surveying the floor. Shoots over Garland. He shoots again. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Kessler. They get it again. Count that one from Mobley.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Jazz.
Outside, George. Collins kicks to Clarkson. He takes it in. Rejected by Burke. On the wing, Mitchell. He nails it, and we're tied up. Mitchell's got 17 now.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Here's Sensabaugh. 10 points for him. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up. It goes on Isaac Okoro. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Burke dishes to Mobley. Drops in the layup for 2. 16 points for him.
Man, that is a big-time tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
George passes to Kessler. No good. Great D that time from Burke. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And it's good for 2.
One of the real streak scorers in the game. Donovan Mitchell is heated up and percolating.
Outside Collins. There's another block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Mobley sets the pick for Burke. Pass to Garland. Over George. And again, it's Cleveland. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And the other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Collins against Mobley. Collins kicks to Clarkson. Over Mitchell. Burke grabs the miss.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Mobley shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
The first one falls.
What you have to appreciate so much about Evan Mobley is his strong work ethic. This guy says he wants to be an all-time great, but he also puts in the work.
Jazz trail by 5. George with the ball. He's got 7. Pass to Kessler. Now Clarkson to stop the run. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Burke's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Kessler passes to George. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Okoro.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Jazz have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And the first one at the line is good for the Jazz. Filipowski comes in for John Collins. And it's Collier in for Keontae George.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Now here's Burke. Defense right on him.
And his performance today, guys, is really a thing of beauty. A triple-double for him today.
Back to Clarkson. Over Robinson. Out to the right wing. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now Burke. 18 points for him. Filipowski grabs the board. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Here's Filipowski. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Collier, guarded by Porter. Here's Filipowski. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Outside Robinson. Pass to Tyson. And it's sent back by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker. He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Here's Collier. Here's Filipowski. Jazz passing it around. Here's the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Collier. Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. Porter finds Burke. Here's Tyson. Still scoreless. Back to Burke. Takes the 3. They get it back. The kick out to Porter. And here is Burke. He's got 21. Here's Tyson. No good on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Sensabaugh, guarded by Robinson. Offensive rebound, tries again. Pass to Sensabaugh for the tie. The Cavaliers pull it in. Tyson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Collier, guarded by Porter. Kessler, a screen on Porter. Inside, Pass to Sensabaugh. Deep 2 from Clarkson. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Cavaliers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Jazz trail by 8. A minute 20 left in the third. Rejected by Burke. Oh, and here we go. Okoro's got it. The fast break chance. Finished off the break. Okoro's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Conchar, the pass to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Collier. Back to Markkanen. To halt the run. And he's good on the 3-ball. Markkanen's got 19 points.
Markkanen doesn't allow that clock to speed him up. Just stays calm, gets into a shooting motion. Nicely done.
The floater, and it's laid up and in on a nice move, that time from Burke. And the Cavaliers lead by 9. The Jazz shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Markkanen down low. Covered by Okoro. Here's Conchar. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Mitchell outside. Shoots over Filipowski. And so it's Cleveland. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the small forward. Free throw good, Garland.
Boy, Darius Garland is a fantastic scorer already, and I think there's tremendous upside yet.
Martin, he's checked in for Utah. He's perfect from the line this time.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Garland. Count that one. Here's Garland. Now, here's Okoro. Back to Garland. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Here's Collier. Guarded by Garland. Stolen by Garland. Here he goes. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
This guy's just such a natural slasher. Okoro has just enough juice on that first step to force defenders to take bad angles.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Jazz trail by 12. Stolen by Okoro. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Markkanen against Mitchell. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. Over Garland. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's stolen, and Utah turns it over again. Cleveland leading by 14. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Outside Garland. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. No good with the triple. Jazz shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Martin the pass to Collier. Outside Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Markkanen's got 21.
I love this shot from Markkanen, right? The mid-range game is there as well. I know he can shoot it from deep, but sometimes you got to get to the in-between spots.
Garland attacking. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers' lead cut down to 12 points on that basket from Markkanen.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball, and right now he's got his rhythm going.
Now here's Mobley, guarded closely. Garland looking it over. Pass to Okoro. Over Martin. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Martin. Here's Markkanen. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
How about that? Markkanen able to take the contact and play through it. Big time finish.
Now here's Mobley. Tight defense on him, and it's Allen with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Back to Markkanen. Over Allen. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
The wide open look here for Garland. Hits the three-point bomb. Garland's got 9 points in the quarter.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
To the paint. Stolen by Allen. Outside Garland. Makes it off the glass. Garland's got 25 points.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
The Jazz call timeout. So Utah ends up going with the new group. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 17. Back to Clarkson. There's a screen by Collins. Clarkson passes to Collins. Shot clock at 3. Back to Clarkson. Looking to end the run. Buries it from three-point range. Clarkson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Garland, no good. Jazz trail by 14. Outside, George. Collins, a screen on Garland. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. 18 feet out. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
Well, consistency and efficiency is where we've seen the greatest improvement from Donovan Mitchell. How comfortable is he off the bounce?
Pass to Collins. George against Garland. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Kessler throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And here's Garland for 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. George passes to Kessler. Collins with it. Jazz passing it around. Pass to George. Collins setting the pick for George. Over Garland. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from George.
Well, just exceptional use of the pick and roll by Keontae George. Allows the play to develop there.
Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Robinson a screen on Collins. Mitchell wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Okoro. From deep, George. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There's a physicality and a frame that Donovan Mitchell possesses that allows him to get himself to the free throw line.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Burks is checked in. Mobley a screen on Kessler. Burke the pass to Mobley. And again another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Clarkson. The rebound by Mitchell.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Now here's Burke. Mitchell up top. Mitchell off a pick from Burke. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Mitchell. Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from Burke. Burke's got 28 points for the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Pass to Clarkson. to the middle. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Outside for George. In the corner, Collins with it. Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Collins finds Clarkson. Clock at 6. Over Mitchell. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. Burke with it. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Collins.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
The Jazz call timeout. On defense, the Cavaliers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Garland against George. Shoots over Garland. A nice shot by George. George has got 4 this quarter. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't...
You're one of the only players to ever get a quadruple double.
Yeah,